Hey guys, Samo here. Thanks for checking out the channel and its contents. And if you feel like it, please do subscribe. Thanks so much. Enjoy the video. Bye. Kevin, man, nice to see you again. And
You too.
thanks for finding the time. And thanks for sending this one.
Yeah,
All the
thanks for
guitarists. We already,
yeah.
promoted the first book, which is fantastic, and this one is as well. And it has like 7 chapters, and I love all of them because I did, and I still do actually all of these exercises. And
Cool.
what was the main trigger, man, to do this? Actually, I mean, obviously, it comes from what you are practicing as well, I guess. But what was the main,
Yeah.
agenda behind it there?
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm sure you've experienced this. I feel like there's a lot of people who like say you learn how to play, let's just say as an example, like straight ahead jazz on like a proficient high level, whatever that means. I mean, obviously there's infinite levels to that. I'm not saying it's like, oh, now I've accomplished that, that's not what I mean. But it's like I feel like a lot of people it's like they're playing maybe like flat lines at a certain point. It's like you're accumulating more, but you're not getting better, right? Like you can learn, oh, I'm just going to
Hmm.
transcribe another Dave Liebman solo, but it doesn't make you like necessarily a better musician unless maybe your brain knows how to process it a certain way. I don't
Yeah,
know, but so I feel like it just I guess the impetus behind this was like, what are those things you can practice that like kind of allow for infinite. I mean, everything in music has infinite potential for growth, but it's like, what are those things that are actually like getting to the core fundamentals of like leveling up as a musician? Because I feel like I wonder what you think about this, but I feel like the better you get, the harder it is to find things to practice that actually make you better.
yeah,
Um, does that make
absolutely,
sense? I don't know. Do you feel that
absolutely,
way? Okay,
absolutely.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I feel like it's like what are those like are there fundamental things though that you can practice whether you're like just kind of I mean, I guess this is meant for more advanced players, I guess, but it's like I feel like these are those things where it's like there's obviously like I mean just like one random example like the fact that guitarists don't practice long tones is kind of
Yeah.
crazy to me. I mean like I literally never even heard anyone mention that as a possible idea until I was like in my 20s. And it's like, to me, that's insane. Like, I've never met a guitar player that does that, and it's like, that's like the fundamental, like, if it's like, think about like Johnny Hodges playing 3 notes of a melody. It's
Yeah.
like, can you do something as powerful on the guitar with 3 notes? And it's like, no one ever talks about that. So, like, those types of
Interesting.
things where it's like, yeah, just like the core um, sorry, I'm getting a little off topic already. But yeah, just like
No,
what
no,
are
that's
those
cool.
things that really are like fundamental things that you can work on or more esoteric things, but things that like are really organic, I guess is what I'm saying, and allow you to just keep growing and growing. That was kind of hopefully the thing I was after.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like Advancing Guitars by Goodrich, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
totally.
you can chew on a half a page like for 2 years if you want. It's like,
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
and this is also just like I like books that kind of give you an idea. Just like, okay, shit, like you said, long tones. Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is something you can do like for years, right?
Yeah,
Like
totally. Or
Frizzell
even
is a
just like
master of that,
playing
like playing
oh man,
intervals and let
that's
them
what I'm
ring
talking
and
about, right?
stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's
Right there, like that's what I mean. Those types of like, yeah, like with I feel like I wonder again how you feel about this, but I feel like technique. Also a lot of this book, like more advanced like students I had that were like playing jazz and like had like bebop together and stuff and could play. Like I feel like I ended up just talking about the same things, and I feel like technique. It's like who has better technique, Bill Frisell or George Benson? It's like everyone will always say George Benson, but it's like technique could also be in purpose of sound. And I'm
absolutely,
not, and of course, I love Benson, but it's like Frizzell's technique is as difficult to mimic, probably
absolutely.
actually way harder
Yeah.
than like someone like Pat Martino or George Benson, who are amazing, obviously. But why am I saying this? I don't remember what you asked
No,
me.
long notes. No, no, but I agree. It's like, sometimes I teach rock solos as well, guitarists, and like
Yeah,
Dave Gilmour is of
yeah.
Pink Floyd is as heavy or
Oh
even
man,
heavier than Yngwie Malmsteen, let's say, or someone like that, because
that's yeah.
the
Man,
speed
it's
you can
weird. It's weird
actually
how that
get,
doesn't
right?
translate. That
Yeah,
doesn't translate into the jazz world. Like
yeah,
rock guitarists know that, but like it's weird how that's not like a thing like I know we're playing with like low volume, clean sound, but that doesn't mean the sound can't be like really heavy and intense. Yeah, Frizzell, the perfect example.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it's good. Like it's a nice one, man. It's and I love chapter number 7, Introduction to Free Improvisation.
Oh
That,
yeah, I don't
in
remember
my
what's.
experience, that's when players who play really well already have problems.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Right.
Just to, like with students, I have, we can play like Heavy Met Me Jones or whatever, like some milestones, tricky stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I'm like, okay, let's improvise now, and it's like,
Right.
no,
Yeah, I know
just
so many musicians like that. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
just
it's
listen to me
weird.
play an interval that I play and mimic it, or
Right.
do something else, and it's so hard
It
for
is weird.
people, right? It's interesting.
Yeah, but I kind of get it because well, I mean, it's such a spectrum though, right? It's like, I mean, like on one level, like you could connect, say, I don't know, Evan Parker or Derek Bailey, Albert Eiler to some aspect of an extension of the jazz tradition, but you could also look at it as something that has absolutely nothing to do with it, if you want. I mean, like
Hmm.
either one is a valid perspective, you know. I mean, like if you're gonna play like Derek Bailey, like does knowing I fall in love too easily help? No, probably not. Or maybe it
But
just I don't know.
he played standards. You know that
He
one?
did. So that's not
I mean,
a
he
good example.
played, so
Yeah.
but he did play
Yeah.
them. I mean, yeah.
Right.
And but
Right.
no, but I know what you mean. Absolutely, but it's such an integral part of modern jazz. I think because all of us play complex compositions and can read
Sure.
everything. I mean, us
Right.
guitarists not, but hopefully we do.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say I don't know about
yeah,
that.
but we try to read complex
Right.
stuff, and then many times we just freely improvise after the forms, and that's like,
Right.
and all the good players know how to do that, but many who are still learning, they kind of, like you said, conquer the bebop language and
Yeah.
playing over kind of Rosenwinkel type of harmonies and stuff, and
Right.
then it's like free improvising. It's like, oh shit, man. Well,
Yeah, totally. And I mean, there's obviously plenty of amazing musicians who fucking just hate that shit. They don't want
absolutely, yeah,
anything
yeah,
to do with it.
yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
that
Lou
not everyone
Donaldson
has to do
hated
it. Yeah,
Coltrane. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's just like, but yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, someone like Roscoe Mitchell. I mean, that is like completely. That really is like music, free improvisation that would be labeled free jazz that has literally nothing to do with jazz, like at
Hmm.
all. I mean, so I feel like what the hell did I write in this chat? I don't know what I wrote. But yeah, I feel like it's more along those lines. Like it kind of has nothing to do with like I'm not sure if like obviously having experience on your instrument is helpful, but
Yeah,
like besides that, I don't really I mean, it's annoying when people who can play jazz well immediately think, "Oh, I can free improvise then on the highest level." It's
no,
like in my mind a lot of the time it's just like has nothing to do with it or it's like you know, I mean,
but it's also vice versa if you think about it.
that
Like
too. Oh, well, yeah,
many
of
times,
course.
players
Totally.
who haven't learned
Right.
the tradition or haven't learned even how to play the instrument,
Right.
they think they can just freely improvise.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
I've
that's
seen
just the
many
worst
occasions
thing.
of that, and it's like, dudes.
Well, the funniest is that like the average person doesn't think there's a difference between that and Albert Eiler.
Exactly. That's then the irony.
but
Yeah.
but that's a whole nother conversation.
That's another story. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's cool. I like it that you know how to approach and things, and dealing with long sounds, short sounds, microtonal. I mean, you do lots of
Yeah.
microtonal, and
Right.
it's cool. So good job, man.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all the chapters kind of, I mean, they don't really like relate to each other on any
No, it's
level.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a good starting point. Like even when you have polyrhythms and stuff like that, and I mean, you can work on that like for years, right? So it's
Right. I think that's what I'm talking when you asked like what the impetus behind this book. Those are the type like what are those things that you can work on your whole life.
exactly. Yeah,
But then again, that's kind of everything in music. I mean, you could work on playing a G triad your whole life, So, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. Yeah, speaking of G triads and Frizzell, I remember
there
first
you
time I
go.
saw
Yeah,
Frizzell, man. He
yeah,
played in a gig like a normal G chord, and it sounded like
yeah. It's crazy.
crazy, right? And I came home, I was
Right.
like, oh yeah, okay, I can do that. And
Yeah.
it sounded, it's like it was like worse than Bob Dylan sound. I don't know, like it was
Yeah.
just like a G chord, and
I get it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
he's one of those true micro
oh,
detail
yeah,
musician type thing.
and
But even then, most guitar players I know probably don't think Frizzell's that great, to be honest, So,
interesting.
I
Yeah,
mean, but again, a whole nother conversation.
yeah, absolutely. No, but cool. I mean, yeah, it's nice what you did, that like I said, that you did topics that people can work on for a long
Yeah.
time, and this is what we were talking about. That many times you lack the idea what to work on.
Oh, yeah.
If you're kind
That's
of, let's say,
yeah.
still a student at university,
Right.
and still want to get more into something or more advanced, not only transcribing or playing standards. And I think that's
Totally.
quite cool. I mean, because I don't know what you do, but like when I talk to players, what they practice nowadays. I spoke to Schofield last year. I saw
Mhm.
him live and after a gig, and I was like, "What do you play?" And he was just like, "Well, I just pick up a tune and I play with it."
Oh,
And
yeah.
these guys don't practice anymore, like arpeggios in every
Right.
position,
Right.
and
It's
that.
interesting though, because I feel like, like the Frizzell, I don't know. I mean, I know you interviewed him, which is a
Yeah,
great interview. I forgot about that. But
thanks. Yeah.
in a lot of interviews, like people will ask him the shit that we're talking about that he's such a master of, and he's never worked on any of it.
No,
So there's got to be some sub. But in his brain, like when he says, "I'm just working on trying to play the tune," he's actually working on those micro detailed
exactly,
things. So
exactly.
it's like, um, I think it's just like a lot of like masters don't realize like the. I feel
The
like they
mastery.
think they're like, yeah, they feel like they're practicing one thing, but in reality they actually totally aren't. They're doing
Yeah,
something totally different and they're not even aware of it.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like also just with this, yeah, what you said about like just like, oh, what do I practice? It's like, um, yeah, I mean, even I feel like a lot of also another big thing. I mean, I guess the biggest thing that's probably ever changed my life practicing wise would be just like I feel like we all have this idea that like in the modern era you can't find a personal sound on
Mm,
the instrument, and everything is just you have to combine the past and like abstract it till it's your own thing, and that makes sense too. But it's like you could deal with just playing a note, and if you practice that long enough and you like really dissect everything you're doing, why is that note like play the third fret on the B string, the note D, practice that for like 2 months. It's like you're gonna get somewhere with it, and
yeah,
it's like I feel like a lot of those subtlety things, like I don't know, I just imagine if I told people I studied with in jazz college that I was practicing that, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, yeah.
Um but also Darius Jones, the
Sure, of course. I love
he's
him. Yeah.
kind of the one who, because I think also this book is really like, it's like the book I wish I had when I was like kind of at that point where I could play jazz well, but I felt like really disenchanted with like the guitar, with like playing. Like I was so jealous of like, just like I don't know, yeah, Johnny Hodges or Coltrane or anyone, people who could play a note, and it's like that says way more than anything I could ever play in an entire concert, And Darius kind of made me realize that like you can, if you approach the instrument that way of like really, like opening up the instrument and maybe even literally, and figuratively, like really figure out every single thing you're doing that's making it sound the way it sounds. It's like you can totally do that also,
Mm.
and he was right. So maybe I feel like that's the most important. Is that, do I even talk about that?
I mean, I know you mentioned Darius and
I think
Dan.
that's kind of the point of the whole like when I talked about playing chromatic scales on
Yeah,
every string from like fret 0 to 21. It's like that's why, it's like it's not a technique in terms of accuracy or speed exercise. Everyone can do that, I mean, it's not.
mm.
Um, but anyway, I'm just rambling. So
No, no, that's what we're doing anyways.
okay,
No,
yeah,
no, no,
exactly.
no. It's
People
great.
love
I
long.
love it. It's something I learned so much from advancing guitarists like
Yeah,
Goodrich. Just usually, but not interesting. Not so much from the exercises. I did that as well, but like just the last
yeah,
20 pages. When he has
exactly. Well,
Text?
isn't there that one page where it's just like a list of
Yeah,
terms, like duration,
yeah. Or
like yeah, shit like
how to
that,
use you know, silence in music, and it's
stuff
an
like
empty
that.
page.
Yeah, yeah, right. That I love that. Yeah, exactly.
Come
It's
on,
just like
dude.
dot or something. Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
just makes you think about like, okay,
Right.
lots of humor there, but lots of truth as well. You know, it's like,
Yeah, totally.
you
Yeah.
know,
Well,
but
he's a
yeah,
great. Have you ever interviewed him? I don't
nah,
remember
nah.
because he's kind of crazy, isn't he?
He passed away like last year, I think.
Oh shit. Okay,
Nick.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I wanted
All right,
to, but
sorry.
then yeah, it didn't happen. I think it was last year,
Yeah. Now that
I
you're
think,
saying
or
it,
two
yeah.
years. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, he
Um,
was amazing. He was
yeah, totally.
very unique
Absolutely.
player. You know.
Yeah, I wish there was more. There's not a lot of documentation of that,
Nah.
recording wise. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
he did like, you know, four records as a band leader, and the
Yeah,
early
right,
Gary Burton stuff, kind of
right.
the 70s with Pat as
Yeah,
well on guitar, Martini.
totally.
And that's it almost. You know, it's something with
Yeah.
Swallow, and but not so much. Yeah.
Is he on a Brecker record or is that just a
No,
video? Do you know
no,
about that?
no.
Okay.
Really, I
There
have
is
to
a
check it out.
live video. Or maybe I'm just crazy. I
Really?
think there's a live
Oh, I have to
video.
check it
Yeah.
out. I didn't know that.
Almost positive. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
I know he played with a lot of Boston cats. You know, he was teaching there, so.
Yeah. Right, right. I've heard some I'm not gonna tell them. I mean I could tell you to them after tell you them afterwards. I've heard some insane stories about both him and Gary Chafee. I'll just
Oh,
leave it
okay,
at
okay.
that.
After,
Yeah. Yes, after. Yeah.
after. But
But
yeah. Uh,
but anyway.
but anyway, yeah, man. I mean, you know, everyone. It's like you're paying me a lot of money, you know, Kevin, that I promote this. Now, just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly. I'll have to. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. But no, everyone, it's a cool book. So you know, just like I had to do it with Kevin. We did like two records already together. So when he asked me, I was
Right.
like, ah, shit, man, we got to do it. So you know, check it out. And I mean, everyone, we all have to practice anyway. So it's a good thing
Yeah,
to get an idea what to practice. So I think it's
totally, for
another
sure.
nice one to get ideas. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should just last thing about it. Yeah, so I mean, I guess. Well, yeah, there's the exercises. I mean, some of them are very concrete, like voice leading
Yeah, I
stuff,
saw it. Yeah.
like which just has to do with like honestly just like visual like imagine if you could get to the point where voice leading on the guitar is as easy as it is on the piano. I mean, I feel like it's probably not actually possible, but it you can I don't know.
Oh, you can
Maybe.
get close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, close to it. I mean, depending on how many notes and how spread out they are,
Yeah.
and just like tests, like how well do you know language? Like to me, the whole first chapter, like building lines off of guide tones, is like, can you play like 10 really strong lines landing on those notes? It's like that's fucking hard.
Oh, that's
Like
really
I feel
hard.
like that's really yeah. And then the building exercises thing is just based on like, I actually have you checked out the Brecker practice notebook thing that I
Not yet.
found?
I know it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cool,
kind of,
right?
I mean, it's not really based on that, but it's kind of just the, like, just taking like something like cycle four, like dominant sevens, cycle four, like the amount of extra, like, okay, play that in triads, like up the neck, play that, spread them out, like do spread triad. It's like if you just keep trying to abstract it further and further, like, yeah, people who are like, what do I practice? Like, it's like,
Oh,
what are you talking about?
dude,
It's
yeah.
just like,
Come on.
just take anything you know and like make it a little harder. Like it's pretty straightforward in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. But
Yeah.
I get that it's also confusing because and then the whole rhythm section is honestly all of
Oh,
Dan Blake. That's really Dan Blake. I have to credit
really?
him. But also I think it's kind of a Steve Coleman thing, like working with vamps and
Yeah.
like all these methods on like ways to play with it. And it's like I never really understood when I first started working on it, I was like, why am I doing this? But it's honestly more than anything like I think it strengthens your time because it's about independence. I mean, it's almost like rhythmic counterpoint or something.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like
Yeah.
just like yeah, anyone who's interested in that stuff, this might be helpful. I don't know.
Oh man, that's like, yeah, that's a whole different beast, I think. It's
Not
just,
to mention, like being if you want to, I mean, I don't have any desire to play in any sort of modern jazz, like music besides free improvisation. I just, it's not my thing. I don't mean to talk, I'm not talking shit about it, but it's like,
no, sure.
that's such a huge part of the musical landscape, playing vamps. I mean, like, think about like Chris Potter, Ari
Oh
Hogan,
yeah.
like playing vamps in Nine and you got to
Absolutely.
improvise it. Like it's like I feel like if you want to be like a working cat,
Yeah, yeah,
like that type of thing, it's like almost necessary. I don't know, but again,
absolutely.
I'm not really connected to that whole thing, so I don't know.
No, no, I agree.
Yeah.
It's there are so many guitarists or musicians like Miles Okazaki. He's a monster of that,
Yeah, oh,
or
yeah,
Ben
yeah,
Monder and all these guys, and it's like that's a study of a lifetime. Yeah,
oh
there are
yeah,
guys who specialize in that, and
right,
many of us are just like dip their feet into it and kind of know.
yeah,
But when you talk to Miles about this, it's just like, dude,
right.
what?
Or like Glad or people, yeah, people who really do that stuff
Yeah,
well, which I just don't. I
Matt
mean,
Mitchell, or
oh God,
guys like that.
that's like ridiculous. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
He's, yeah, I did this in with Matt. I was like, so
I
what,
have
what?
seen. I did watch that too.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And he's like,
I
yeah,
did. I don't remember it.
I'm playing in 19 and kind of in quadruplets in seven over that in a double time. And I'm like, what? Or
Yeah,
something like,
he's crazy. He's like there's definitely some natural God-given gift there, just in that at least in that aspect of his playing. Like how the fuck do you
yeah,
do that?
he's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
crazy good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, amazing.
really amazing. But
Yeah,
yeah.
cool, man. Uh, well, thanks for releasing this book, or that Melbo that released it, and for sending it to
Yeah,
me.
it
So
took them a while, but that's whatever.
yeah, it's great. Come on,
I actually wrote it the same time I wrote the first one. That's how long it
really
took yeah, it's
interesting.
been like 3 years, so
Oh no, but come on, you have two
yeah.
books out. That's
Oh, yippee. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, you're a big name now. Just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, this is rolling in it, yeah.
No, but cool,
No,
man.
that's cool.
Thanks for finding the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it.